Kurumjari, a very good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV, and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. Regular passenger vehicle services resume on National Highway 2 after more than 3 years, marking major step towards restoring peace, normalcy and free movement across Manipur. Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation convener Jitendra Ningomba faces FIR from Porompat police, vows to continue fight for public cause despite legal action. Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation Finance Secretary Sunil Karam warns forced census may make Yumnam Khemchand Manipur's last indigenous chief minister. Joint Tribe Council warns to bring mortal remains of 6 Nagas to Chief Minister's bungalow if justice is not delivered for victims. And Rashtra Hit Sarvopari Sangathan to launch Chalo Manipur campaign for collective efforts to restore peace, unity and normalcy amid continuing concerns over situation in the state. And now the top stories. Marking a major step towards peace and normalcy in the state, regular passenger vehicle services resume along National Highway number 2, that is Imphal to Dimapur Road today. A convoy comprising 2 buses and 5 winger vehicles carrying around 125 passengers, including Meitei community, was flagged off from Interstate Bus Terminus ISBT at Kuman Lampak for Dimapur and Guwahati. The vehicles safely crossed Kangpokpi district headquarters and Senapati town without any untoward incident and have reached Mao safely. Remember viewers, regular commercial transport and passenger movement along Manipur's national highways had remained severely disrupted since the outbreak of violence on May 3, 2023, restricting highway travel through the hill areas for Meitei community. The resumption follows Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand's August 8 visit to Kangpokpi district headquarters, accompanied by Deputy Chief Minister Nemcha Kipgen and MLA Haukalet Kipgen. During the visit, the administration pledged to restore normal highway operations as a part of confidence-building measures. Commuters welcomed the development with cautious optimism. Speaking before the convoy's departure, Yumnam Kumarjit of Thoubal district expressed gratitude to the government and hoped the renewed journey will promote mutual affection, peace and stability among Manipur's diverse communities. He also called for communities to forgive past tragedies and move forward together.
Yaprabun Milaja Batare, Nasisi, Koisahi, Hongi, Matunda, Imphal Dimapur, Imphal to Wati, Lambel Sida, Hanbuena, Lamtabasi, Kogi, Manipur Mena, Nakopiro, Kuntam Sida, Koya Noise, the Maruena, Koingasigi, Kongset Lasina, Ahoba, Oeraga, Mamangi, Punamaka, Mineraga, Nuxiba, Sanaba, Yapanuiva, Manipur, Mopurapata, Nasing Kongset Lasina, Oeraga, Makata, the Manipur Santi, Noiva, Manipur Malapa, Over Mosum, Noiva, or Sino.
Yam Numaze, Manipur government na, Akuibu, Sumaita Rakanda, Chapapangan Base, Aduga, Mahosa Gumna, Aquina, Sigi. National Highway Sida Apan Malaitana, Aquina, Chapapang Basea, Sina, Aquay, Isona Taujan Vibaso, Isano, Aduga.
Porompat Police has registered an FIR against convener of Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation, JFD Jitendra Ningomba. The JFD convener was summoned at Porompat Police Station this morning and he reportedly held talks with Imphal East District's SP. Speaking to media persons after visiting Porompat Police Station, Jitendra Ningomba informed that during the meeting, police expressed their desire to ensure that violence and unwanted incidents do not occur during agitations. Further, Jitendra maintained that the agitations have been carried out in democratic ways and the demand of people to defer census until NRC is updated in Manipur is for the sake of upcoming generations of the state. He added that police may have lodged an FIR against him, but there is nothing to fear. Jitendra further maintained that the public should not be disheartened just because an FIR has been filed against him. He urged people to carry this movement forward until the objective is achieved.
Assembly worry about would not be. Worry if the Lobuna, the city already tower of Pony, Tangtara, the little tower of Poneva. Worry if Lobu do not ever. Worry if the Lobu Assembly from the came in Pomaga, Moingang Sadido, Aduda worry to Hana 2020 to Togiva, to 2024 to Togiva, Adu could the Moina need of one who Targata regarding Assembly Tag Pomaga, Adu Puraga, Ayibu Puraga, Satbayadabra, Hana to good Ria, found Tore, Hibagolina, Tarik any books on the Gaticano. See never, Adu Kanukara, Tang, Anida, Karutorina. Kano that the cover the tongue and the same phone of worry blood in here. I do hope that they could live to hide up. I do that already hide up to minute hide up. Sumana please, Hana Vidare. City place, Hana, which the Mayam Yobigano City. Mayam place, Hana with the Yobigano, Kang the Canino Carada, Coxalamo, Canota woman. I couldn't also Paginati. I quite used to Tunda, Kang, he was a Mayam Yautori Poneva. See it over, I have a posse. The way I see willingly Mokun talk about it, chop on the decision of my lip, I did live behind Kali.
Finance Secretary of Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation, Sunil Karam, has warned that if the government conducts forced census, Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand will be the last indigenous Chief Minister of Manipur. Sunil Karam was speaking during a public meeting on No NRC, No Census, which was jointly organized by JFD, Hairok Apunba Club and Hairok Apunba Mairapai Bilub at Hairok Bazaar today. Speaking further, he highlighted the negative impact and demographic challenges on Manipur if census is conducted forcefully at this juncture without a prior identification of illegal immigrants in the state. Sunil Karam urged the authorities to stop detaining activists and filing FIRs against those fighting for public welfare. He stated that current hardships stem from indigenous leaders failing to take timely action. He noted that the public has long demanded an updated National Register of Citizens (NRC) before any census takes place. Although public protests forced the partial rollback of census operations in valley areas, Sunil Karam affirmed that the agitation will continue until all demands are met.
Manipur Maitay last Chief Minister of Manipur Kemchana Roy.
Joint Tribe Council JTC Imphal area coordinator Athon Gangmai has warned that mortal remains of 6 slain Naga individuals lying at Jennings Morgue will be brought to the Chief Minister's bungalow if justice is not delivered. Addressing a solemn program marking 100 days since the bodies were placed in the mortuary, he highlighted that the victims from Konsakul were abducted from Leilong Vaipai on May 13 and brutally murdered by suspected Kuki narco-terrorists. He lamented that despite the lapse of 100 days, the charter of demands submitted to both the central and state governments remain unaddressed despite multiple democratic agitations. Warning the authorities against turning a deaf ear to their grievances, he asserted that the public will be compelled to march towards the Chief Minister's bungalow carrying the 6 bodies. He cautioned that such an escalation could lead to widespread unrest and untoward casualties, including demand for resignation of all Naga MLAs if the government continues to ignore the matter.
Manipur da leiba aikoi yelhumi maitai amane khoi naga sing punna aikoi sit and protest dana kayak pham khare aikoi candlelight kaya ma pi khare government na usina dana khangsin na hojik phawba adumna leire asumai na kuina leiba taragadi aikoi Manipur yelhumi indigenous people niam punle haraga aikoi dead body asi pin nabga loina chief minister ki banglo da dead body se aikoi soidna no ma thelakani aduma tamda aikoi misi mina aikoi kayama thorkani misi mina khon awana Kayamak akoi thorkani loinana akoi adu khaktana akoi nagagi MLA nagagi mantri fawa pham thadokadabani haibo khungdang kayama akoi sangsilakani masi adugi matam adugi numito government nokhoi ngaiganu akoi irang taung thorkani hoji akoi nahasing yuchi nagagi andi Manipur indigenous yelumi nahasina akoi di itatatana hoji cho hairi akoi praja gi madat pithok piro akoi
Rashtra Hit Sarvo Party Sangathan, along with spiritual leaders, Hindu organizations and representatives from Manipur, has announced nationwide Chalo Manipur campaign. The campaign seeks protection of Manipur's territorial integrity, security and indigenous population amid the prolonged ethnic conflict. Speaking at the press conference in New Delhi, the representatives highlighted continued displacement of thousands of people. They also pointed to disruption of national highways and economic hardship caused by the crisis. UCM General Secretary Shantan Hakpam and Kabui Union Manipur President Dr. Kamei Hira Kabui shared the accounts of the situation on the ground. The organization demanded that NRC with 1951 as the base year be completed in Manipur before the census and claimed that failure to do so could legitimize illegal immigration. The organization also called for stronger security action against insurgent groups and other elements if accused of fueling instability. It further demanded immediate restoration of blocked highways and called for safe and dignified rehabilitation of internally displaced persons in their ancestral areas. Spiritual leaders and organization heads, including Swami Dhananjay Ji, Sadhu Ram Tiwari, Mukesh Jain and Netrapal Sharma attended the event. The organization said the Chalo Manipur campaign will seek nationwide support for its demands. The campaign concluded with the slogan NRC first, census next, save indigenous Manipur.
मणिपुर को हमेशा हमेशा के लिए इस हिंसा की गुलामी से आजाद कराने के लिए चलो मणिपुर की प्रचंड हुंकार भरने का है। तो मैं एक बार कहूंगा चलो मणिपुर, तो आप मैं बोलूंगा तो आप भी साथ में बोलो चलो मणिपुर, चलो मणिपुर, चलो मणिपुर, चलो मणिपुर, चलो मणिपुर, चलो मणिपुर, चलो मणिपुर।
Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand today flagged off 16 candidates from Manipur for overseas skill training and employment in Japan under the State Livelihood Empowerment and Entrepreneurship in short SLEE initiative at the Chief Minister's bungalow. Interacting with the candidates, he urged them never to forget their roots and presented each of them with a replica of the penna, asking them to remain proud of their Manipuri identity while staying in Japan. Citing Singapore as an example, he said people did take pride in their national identity and called for a similar sense of pride among Manipuris. He also informed that the public transport services along the Imphal-Dimapur-Guwahati route on National Highway No. 2 resumed today and urged the people to use the services without fear. He described the high airfare between Imphal and Guwahati as a punishment for the people of the state. An MOU was also signed between the State Bank of India (SBI) and SLEE to provide financial support to the candidates who completed Japanese language training at the NSDC International Academy and secure jobs in Tokyo, Hokkaido, Okinawa and other parts of Japan in healthcare and hospitality sectors. Chief Minister Khemchand appreciated SLEE and SBI officials for supporting the youths. Dhanapriya Tensubam, a candidate who secured job at Miyakojima Tokyo Hotel and Resort in Okinawa expressed gratitude to the Chief Minister and pledged to work professionally without forgetting her roots. The program was attended by Thangweban MLA Kumukchum Joy Kishan, Manipur University Vice Chancellor Professor R.K. Hemakumar, Secretary of Skill, Labour, Employment and Entrepreneurship N. Bandana, SBI Deputy General Manager Izzat Ahmed, NSDC State Engagement Officer Masomi Jimik and other officials. Coordinating Committee on Disturbance of Free Educational Zone demand has condemned the recent government's order for closure of schools, colleges from August 20 to 22nd. In a press note issued by its convener, Oinam Ramesh, Coordinating Committee on Disturbance of Free Educational Zone demand expressed displeasure on the order issued by Education Commissioner Ningthokjam Jeffrey on August 19. It maintained that education is one of the most affected sectors due to unrest situation in Manipur, and to issue order for closure of schools and colleges by government is totally uncalled for. Disturbance to education environment can be detrimental for future generations. The committee further pointed out government's failure in ensuring free and smooth education sector, as students get only 120 to 130 days of classes in Manipur. While maintaining that repeated disruption in education sector can affect students who want to learn, the committee urged the authorities to ensure that such disruption and disturbances in education sector are avoided in future. Kanglei Indigenous Martial Arts and Cultural Society (KIMEX) staged a sit-in protest today in front of Government Dance College at Palace Compound, demanding no NRC, no census. Numerous students learning Thangta under the aegis of KIMEX took part in the demonstration. Speaking at the protest, KIMEX Vice President Thangjam Suraj urged both the central and state governments to translate the people's demands into action without delay. He asserted that carrying out census only after identifying genuine citizens of Manipur and India through NRC will be the correct step for all. He further stated that KIMEX extends its full support to this public movement initiated with future generations in mind.
Manipur government amadi India government athuba matamda Manipur da NRC tawbirakanda adugi matungda census tawbidragadi Manipur da laiba ahongba demographic changes mayam imbalance mayam laiba akogi changsel laiba mito mayam si Manipur gi amadi India gi citizen si karam bano habadu taseng na masak khangdo aba matungda census tawbiragadi uji laiba Manipur gi phibam sida afaba oigani aduna tadana karigumba NRC tawjingeda census tawsingiba taragadi Manipur da tungda tholakadaba khudongchadaba amadi mayoknagadaba adugumba mayam adu khanjarakana ngasi ki marks na sinjaraga koigi masingumba sit-in protest ji tawjabani maram.
A mass protest rally was organized jointly by Jamiat ul Ulma Mayang Imphal, local clubs and organizations of Bangun under the aegis of Joint Committee Against Inclusion of Non-Muslim Members in the 8th Waqf Board Manipur. The rally commenced from Bangun Salamat Bazaar, passed through various localities across Mayang Imphal Assembly constituency and culminated at Bangun Wednesday Market. Protesters voiced strong opposition against appointment of 2 non-Muslim members to the 8th Manipur Waqf Board Committee. Demonstrators asserted that Waqf properties are strictly meant for the welfare of Muslim community, including mosques, madrasas and underprivileged individuals. It demanded immediate removal of non-Muslim appointees and raised slogans criticizing both the central and state governments throughout the procession. Speaking to media persons, co-convener Jesam Achoba stated that democratic agitations have been underway across Meitei Pangal inhabited areas. He highlighted that the previous administrations never inducted non-Muslims into the Waqf Board, alleging that the recent appointments stemmed from contentious provisions under the Waqf Amendment Act. Warning of further political repercussions, Achoba stated that if the government fails to revoke the appointments immediately, Meitei Pangal community holding decisive voting power in several constituencies will respond accordingly in upcoming elections. And now, before we move on to other news, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Great opportunity for local operators. SKTV is expanding. Come and be a part of SKTV revolution with high-speed internet, IPTV along with OTT and other benefits. We are building stronger connections through franchising. Become a local cable operator and provide reliable information and entertainment to your neighbors. Unlock your growth with our technology and top-tier service. So if you're looking for exclusive partnership opportunities, then please call us at 700-5259-437 or 897-420-9157.
Welcome back. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, COCOMI, has asserted that lasting resolution to the ongoing unrest in Manipur can only be achieved once armed cadres operating outside the law in hill areas, both under suspension of Operation Sioux and non-Sioux factions, are brought under strict control. The statement issued by convener of IPR subcommittee strongly condemning the alleged high-handed actions by security forces against a public demonstration at Nupi Laan yesterday. The public had gathered to demand justice for the brutal killing of 6 Naga individuals. According to the release, several civilians were injured due to the excessive use of force by security personnel during the protests. Among the injured was the spouse of one of the 6 deceased victims. 4 individuals critically injured in the incident are currently undergoing medical treatment at Jennings Hospital. COCOMI also expressed strong disapproval over the police handling of 4 detained protesters who were released late at night. Highlighting the fundamental duties of the state, the committee stated that safeguarding the lives and properties of ordinary citizens is the paramount responsibility of a democratic government. It noted that public protests naturally arise when authorities fail to execute their constitutional duties effectively. It added that citizens will not have taken to the streets had the administration acted decisively. COCOMI further criticized elected representatives, pointing out that many appeared unable to rise above their respective assembly constituencies and narrow political interests to address broader state welfare. Warning that history will judge such actions, the committee issued an urgent appeal to all political figures and parties to set aside partisan interests and work collectively towards an immediate resolution of the crisis. All Manipur United Clubs organization AMUCO has strongly condemned the security forces' crackdown on a public peace rally, demanding justice for brutal killings of 6 Nagas and 2 Liangmai villages from Lanka. The procession, jointly organized yesterday by Joint Tribes Council, Foothills Naga Coordination Committee and Native Peoples Committee, moved from Kanglatombi towards Nupi Laan to urge legal accountability for the armed perpetrators. Tensions escalated when combined state and central forces deployed tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the crowd. The incident caused several civilian injured, including wife, one of the deceased victims, and 4 others who sustained critical injuries. Expressing deep concern over the clash, AMUCO urged the Jennings doctors to ensure prompt, attentive medical care for all the injured individuals. The organization further warned that biased actions by the state administration will only aggravate communal tensions rather than restore peace and stability. Calling for impartial governance, AMUCO emphasized that authorities must treat every community equally to rebuild trust and ensure long-term harmony across the state. Sekmai MLA Hekam Dingo laid foundation stone for a Nupi Laan statue, which is to be constructed in Assam's Kasar district today. MLA Dingo laid the foundation stone during a function which was organized by All Assam Manipuri Maira Paibi Apun Balub, in short Imphal, at Madhugram Maira Sanglen in Kasar today. Chairperson of MDC Assam, Reena Singh, social worker Juribam and Buddhachandra, President of UPF Manipur and Rupachandra, and President of UCM Manipur, YK Dhiren, also attended the function. Sagolban MLA RK Imo extended immediate financial assistance to frontline health workers at UPAC Sagolban by personally providing 10,000 rupees each to 14 ASHA workers and 1 multitasking staff from his salary account. The assistance was provided as their honorarium remains pending from the department concerned. The MLA said the initiative was aimed at helping the workers and their families meet essential needs until their legitimate dues are released. The ASHA workers have been serving the community for years and play an important role in grassroots healthcare delivery. Their duties include supporting the UPAC, participating in special health camps, conducting household visits, assisting citizens with ABA enrollment, and carrying out other community health activities. RK Imo said the assistance was not a substitute for their pending honorarium, but a personal gesture of support and appreciation for their dedicated service. He added that frontline health workers serve as an important link between healthcare institutions and the community and deserve respect and recognition for their contribution. A dispute has reportedly emerged regarding repairment of an electric transformer at Kongman Zone 1. Thingujam Oxford, who is an intending candidate for Thongju Assembly constituency, has appealed not to politicize the replacement of electric transformer which broke down on August 19. A public meeting was held at Oriental Club to settle the dispute today. Speaking on the sideline, Thingujam Oxford said the electric transformer broke down on August 19 and the effort was made to repair the transformer after consulting with relevant department, and it was not done to gain political mileage. On the other hand, RK Dweti, resident of Kongwen Zone 1, said the transformer was taken for repair this yesterday morning and was brought back in the afternoon. However, the transformer is being taken away by department staffs this morning.
Yara ngasi PPU hairaga ain kochen chela transformer ji hajaru di nungsibadagi moina pibirakpani moi khangjama na telai myam do politically or scenario ko isbaida. Then probably like around 9:30 do I phone la ko ring on da hoi concern ke nona irang hore kana ya be or piban on ada department da nahi re nasai kum trama thila mun nahi re na haire. Then azuki ai kaino to jibo aina porakera min no porakera lekai da for example, I assume some public camera, somebody, I may not want to see a quick common factor. So I don't know, we don't want to never the same higher, the same age, the same height. Like I in the Pesha pipe, the one way go. Pesha me the generator, when you come the alternative family and lie about a Kuzaga mentioned the ventilation from the Bazaram, the pain gido. Or do you want the pool of my political, my less local rock on the Tisha?
Tourism and Hospitality Skill Council, in short THSC, hosted TASC Connect 2026 on the theme The Power of Partnership at Stein Auditorium, India Habitat Centre, New Delhi. The day-long conclave was attended by government officials, industry leaders, CSR heads and training partners to strengthen India's tourism and hospitality workforce. Colonel Mahendra Singh Payal of NSDC announced the THSC NSDC Academy collaboration, while Secretary MSDE Debashree Mukherjee reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to Viksit Bharat at 2047. The event also included a CSR and a policy session, agreement exchange, launch of an international job portal, and panel discussions on partnerships, future workforce, future learning and state potential. Manipur's contribution to skilling was recognized with 3 awards at the conclave. Maidingu Institute of Aviation and Hospitality Manipur received the Training Partner Award and Industry Partner Award, while SAS Skills Manipur received the Training Partner Award. Classic Hospitality Training Institute SAS Skills, JCRE and Maidingu Institute of Aviation and Hospitality represented Manipur at the event. Dr. Akbar Khan of SAS Skills highlighted the potential of Northeast India, while JCRE CEO and founder Lairenjam Niranjan shared insights on skilling in Manipur. The discussions emphasized stronger industry training partnerships to provide young professionals with practical, relevant and employment-oriented skills. Manipur state costume was showcased at Miss Universe India 2026 event in Jaipur on Wednesday, highlighting the state's rich cultural heritage, traditional craftsmanship and diverse textile traditions. Designed by renowned Manipuri designer Robert Naram, the assemble draws inspiration from Manipur's distinction as the birthplace of modern polo, locally known as Sagol Kangje. The costume pays tribute to the sports journey from the sacred fields of Manipur to becoming a global symbol of excellence, strategy and grace. The design features traditional travel motifs, handcrafted textiles and distinctive Saron-inspired drapes. Elements of Tangkhul and Kabui textile were incorporated to reflect the cultural diversity and shared heritage of Manipur's communities. Robert Naram said the costume was designed to present Manipur as a whole while celebrating its craftsmanship, culture and heritage on a national platform. Thadoi is representing Manipur at the ongoing Miss Universe India 2026 pageant in Jaipur. Robert Naram is also the state director of Miss Universe India and holds the license to organize the state-level pageant in Manipur. India has produced 3 Miss Universe winners, Shusmita Sen, Lara Datta and Harnesh Sandhu, all of whom have visited Manipur and worked for creations by Robert Naram. Their appearances in his creations have further promoted Manipuri fashion on national and international platforms. And now the sports news. Arch rivals East Bengal FC and Mohun Bagan Supergiant will face off in the 135th Indian Oil Durand Cup 2026 final on August 23rd. The high voltage title clash will kick off at 5 p.m. at Vivekananda Yuva Bharati Kirangan in Kolkata. The tournament, organized by Indian Armed Forces, began on July 23rd and comprised 24 teams divided into 6 groups across 5 venues. Mohun Bagan secured their place in the final after edging past defending champions Northeast United FC in a 10-second semi-final at Shillong's Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, with either side managing to break the deadlock during regulation time. The match went into a penalty shootout where Mohun Bagan prevailed 4-3. Mohun Bagan's Lalwing Muya, Sahal Abdul Samad, Subhasis Bose and Tekcham Abhishek received yellow cards for unsporting behavior in the 39, 42nd, 79 and 81st minutes respectively. Northeast United's Robin Yadav and Indian Jesus Gonzalez Morales were also booked in stoppage time for fouls. And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Centre Imphal, Manipur recorded a maximum temperature of 32 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was recorded at 23.5 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 92% in the morning and 61% in the evening today. As per report, Manipur received 2 millimeters of rainfall in the last 24 hours. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Regular passenger vehicle services resume on National Highway number 2 after more than 3 years, marking major step towards restoring peace, normalcy and free movement across Manipur. Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation convener Jitendra Ngomba faces FIR from Porampad Police. Vows to continue fight for public cause despite legal action. Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation Finance Secretary Sunil Karam warns forced census may make Yumnam Khemchand's Manipur's last indigenous chief minister. Joint Tribe Council warns to bring mortal remains of 6 Nagas to Chief Minister's bungalow if justice is not delivered for victims. Rashtra Hit Sarvopari Sangathan to launch Chalo Manipur campaign for collective efforts to restore peace, unity and normalcy amidst continuing concerns over situation in the state. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, have a great evening.